everybody. Thank you all very, very much. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, I'm not quite finished yet. I've got a few more tricks and skills that I'd love to show you guys today before we finish. And I might even get a few volunteers up in a minute to learn a trick or two with me as well. Now, I've been doing this for over 10 years, so I had quite a lot of time to practice. And at one point, I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more, so I thought I'd double the trouble, and instead of using just one football, we could try a few tricks and skills with two. So if we can get the music back up, we're going to try a few tricks and skills with two footballs. Thank you very, very much. Now, another one that I want to show you, I thought I'd do something a little bit different, a little bit more creative. So, in the bag of goodies over here, I brought myself along the good old Pringles tub. Now, a few years back, maybe about 7 years ago actually, I posted a trick online. I've been doing a few tricks and skills with the Pringles tub and the football, and it gave me one of my first ever breaks. I actually got contacted by Pringles to feature in a TV advert for them, doing some football tricks, which was really crazy and a little bit weird after doing a little trick with the Pringles tab. So I'm going to show you a few of the tricks that I did with this. Here we go. Now, before we finish up. I've got one more trick that I want to show you before we finish, but I think before we do this, I'm looking for a volunteer or two who might want to come up and learn a little trick with me. So have we got any youngsters up there? We've got one hand straight up in the air over here. Come on up, come on up. Give her a big round of applause, guys. Come on over here. And what is your name? Sophia, excellent. Now Sophia, unfortunately Ian is injured tonight. We were going to get him up to do a few tricks and skills, but you're going to have to replace him and show us what you can do, okay? So, the first trick that we're going to try today is called the rocket launcher, okay? Have you heard of this trick before? No idea. Excellent. So what we're going to try and do, we're going to squeeze the football in between both of our feet like this. You can watch me first and then we'll give it a go. I think you can do this trick. All we're going to do is hold our hands out in front, bend our knees, jump up and catch it. Do you reckon you can do that? Okay, let's make it a little bit tougher for her. Let's give it a little bit of a drum roll. How about we do that? You ready? Yeah, there we go. We're going to make it a little bit tougher. We're going to try one more trick with you right now. So this time we're going to hold the football in two hands, and all you're going to do is copy me exactly for this trick, okay? So, fall like this, legs apart to the side like that, leaning right forward so the football's on the floor. Head up, arms straight up, kind of like a chicken. Now you stay right there. I'm going to see if we can balance the football, hopefully, on your back right here, head right up for us, and hopefully we're going to get it to balance, head back a little bit more, shoulders up as well, and there it is right there. I think we've got it. We're going to let it go. There we go. Before we go, I'm going to give you a little football freestyle wristband just for taking part. One more time, huge round of applause. Before I finish up right here, I've got one more trick that I'd love to show you, and this next trick is my favourite trick that I've ever learned for the reason that it took me so long to learn. It took me about 5 years in total to figure this one out, and what it involves is a football, and also we've got a skipping rope. Hopefully it's not too knotted in the bag. And we're going to try and do a little bit of football and a little bit of skipping all at the same time. So here we go.
Quick chat. I always like to have a quick chat with Ash. One thing I'll try, Ash has been here before, God bless him, always performs and is outstanding. You have to give him a little bit of time to get his breath back, because keeping up is exertion, it's difficult, it's concentrating the body, concentrating the mind. One thing I've always wanted to ask you, those wheels, clearly what you do is, your footwear is vitally important. I want you to tell me you've had them for like 10 years and you preserve them in a jar or something, or is there a certain pair you have to wear?
I guess everybody has like a different particular footwear they like to wear. I've had these for about 2 years actually, where a lot of guys who do freestyle, they'll change them quite often. But yeah, I found these, I bought them for about £10. You don't have to spend hundreds of pounds on shoes, like all these shoes advertised, just get ones that fit you, that are comfortable, and yeah, you can go.
How about a ball? Is there a particular football that you found that you get on well with freestyle?
Yeah, again, it's just everybody has a different kind of ball that they like to use. I mean, the one I use right here is quite grippy, so yeah, it helps me a lot, and yeah, it's a good ball.
Tell us about some of the records, your world records or your achievements, some of the ones that stick out for you, that you enjoyed.
So you mentioned the one on the roof of the car earlier. That was my favourite. Unfortunately, couldn't get the car in here today, but we were going to try that one. But yeah, juggling the wall on the roof of the car with the bottom of my feet was probably my favourite one.
And the car moving?
Yeah, it was about 10, 12 miles an hour. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. And some stuff you've done on TV as well. What about the TV stuff you've got up to?
Yeah, so recently broke another world record on a TV show called Officially Amazing on, I think it was CITV or CBBC. the Guinness World Records show, and me and another footballer, we broke the record for the most crossbar hits from a volley in a minute. And we hit 7 crossbars in a minute. So yeah, it was that was a tough one, but yeah, good fun.
Wow. And lots of people here tonight, athletes and coaches, will practice an awful lot at their sport, whatever their discipline, and practice, of course, is key. How much do you practice, but also do you have to change the amount of practice and what you do, because you've got so many tricks, but I guess they can get repetitive practicing them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I do about 5 hours a day. I was into it so much, I just would not do anything else. I've got a family now, I've got children, so it's a little bit tougher to find the time to practice, but as soon as I do, I'm off and I'll try and learn a few new tricks and skills here and there. But yeah, I mean, hours and hours of practice over the years.
Anything up your sleeve that you'd like to do, you want to try and achieve?
I want to try and do a few handstands and flips and like acrobatic stuff here and there, but I'm getting on a bit now. I've been doing this a while, but I'll give it a go.
Good on you. You've entertained us all tonight. Give him a round of applause. Brilliant.